I had a good shuffle on. It was some Spanish music. I hate when this happens. It's gonna come on in the middle of my talk. Hi, how you doing? What's going on? You get to be my first visitor. I didn't really have too much on my mind this morning, but I was like trying to get into the hang of things, like, because I feel like it's kind of like moving out of an informational stage and coming into like a feeling oriented stage. I don't know if anybody else feel like that, but it's almost like when I go to read a book or when I'm trying to like get information, it's like my mind is only picking up like the smallest things. You know what I mean? Like reading the whole book is kind of, I don't know, it's like I can't do it. It's like I'm scanning and it's like boom, I find information I like and then I'm scanning. But it doesn't feel like it used to feel. Because I remember like really being into the books, really researching, really on the YouTube. And now I find silence to be a lot more comfortable and informational, because for some reason, when you're in silence, it just seems like the information that you get is the information that you need. Because you're in self-evaluation, but then you're also listening for the guidance. And that's the most important part, I think, of our experience, is being able to tune into ourselves and to listen to our own guidance, And I think too that, like, I feel like we've been kind of, well, I don't know if you guys have, but for me, I've been kind of going over identity, like, who am I? But not on the same page as like, starting from scratch, who am I? Not like, what the hell is this? Not like what I think they should teach children. I think in school you should have the 3 main questions being asked. Who are you? Who are we? What is this? And what are these other beings in my zone? What are the animals? There's like essential questions. But when we're speaking of like ourselves and what we feel, and I just feel like this ancient ass woman inside of me. Hey. I told you guys I had some Spanish shit waiting on me. Okay, dance party's over. I was just kidding with that. I don't know why my thing does that. It like stops and it just comes on all of a sudden. No, but the identity of like who we really are and what we're doing in this world, and if we're not being fulfilled, then a lot of the times I think we look at it like it's depression. But really it's just that you don't feel like you're walking in your purpose, right? And it's hard because we have an idea of what our purpose is, right? And then we have expectations of what that purpose is going to feel like and what it's going to look like. But are we really choosing where we're at right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever you're at right now, that's the only way you're going to be cool in life. Is if you just sitting in your seat and you're like, yo, like, this is where I'm supposed to be, and what I'm doing right now is the building blocks of what I am going to be. And this is the building blocks of my purpose. Especially if you feel like you stuck. Maybe you stuck because you're outside of where you should be. You know what I mean? You're outside of your body. You're in a different reality. You're in a different zone. Like, can we be here though? Because I do things that, like, people are like, what you doing with your life? What's going on? And I don't feel always that to share like the deepest of the dreams, but at the same time, like, what, that's a question I should be asking myself. Like, okay, how would I describe it? You know what I mean? What am I looking to do? And I think that art has kind of stepped forefront with everything, because I feel like art is our greatest teacher. You know what I mean? Because you can't create nothing if you're hesitating. And that's the same thing with life. Like hesitation, it blocks creativity. Because it's, now you in your mind, you're not moving with your heart, you're not moving with your instincts. And creation is instinctual. And I feel like when I'm doing art, it's teaching me so much about myself, because there's so much judgment that arises when you're creating something, and you think you're judging it, but you're really judging yourself. you're really judging your own perspective of what you think beauty is, right? Because when you're trying to create something, you want it to be beautiful. Maybe you don't. I do. And so I'm looking at it like, all right, how can I make this the most beautiful that I can make it? Like, at what point does my mind really have a say on this? Because the beauty that I'm going to express is going to be from my heart, but I'm going to hear what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? So it's weird, because it's like I'm painting and it'll say like, get the red, throw it on the canvas. You know what I mean? And then like, oh, okay. And then it looks fucked up. I'm like, God, oh, what did I do? But then now what do we have? It's the same thing as life, right? We make a decision. Maybe it doesn't go the way we thought it should go, but it was all part of the building blocks of what the creation gonna be. And so you're just laying down a layer. You're laying down a foundation. You can't look at the foundation and think it's gonna be the finished product. You can't look at it like a skyscraper. You can't look at the foundation, the concrete on the bottom, and see that it's gonna be 25 stories high. Nah, you don't see that part. So that's that trusting that instinct and trusting that like the universe got you. Everything is on your side all the time. So things that go wrong, they're not really going wrong. They're being set up. They're being aligned. And our only job is to be aligned with it and to bring the happiness and the excitement that we're here and we get to experience life, because this shit is about fun now. Like, we forgot how to have fun, to me. Because when I went to Starbucks the other day and they was playing my jam. I just was like, hold up, this could be a party up in here. Like, we can have a party anywhere we go. You know? Like, we could really be it could really be the turn up all the time. Not saying that it has to be. And I'm not saying that, you know, you don't have negative emotions or emotions that bring us down, or, you know, spirits that are affecting, you know, the way that we think. It's like, yeah, those things happen. But to have control of the energy in the room, I really believe that, because I hear a lot of spiritual people, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, stuff like that. You know, I'm listening to, and they're like, you got to get rid of the negative energy in your life. You got to get away from people who are toxic. You got to get away from situations that are toxic. But what happens if you're subjected to that environment already and there's nothing you can do about it? To me, if we're really telling the truth here, then the darkness can't exist when the light come in. So how light do I have to be? You know what I'm saying? What do I got to do to come in this room and switch the energy up? What do I got to do to come in here and, instead of adapting to the environment that I'm in, that I raise the environment up? You know what I'm saying? That I bring everybody up with me, so that I'm no longer subjected to an environment that I don't feel comfortable in. And then that's another power, though, is that once we learn the power of the light, the power of our energy, that when we do walk into a room, we can conduct things. And it's really the truth. And so that's the type of power that we hold. Are you scared of that? You know what I mean? Who's scared? It's like, this is such a beautiful thing. Because now, if we know this, if we know the truth, the dark can't survive when the light come on. Okay, if that's the truth. And I hold that truth within my being. When I step into a space, I'm no longer subjected. You know what I mean? I'm subjected to what I'm feeling, which is the pure joy, which is my innate being, which lives inside my heart, which can come out all the time when I'm choosing to be where I'm at. You know what I mean? And then that's another thing about, like, where we're at right now. Like, with our humility, with everything. Like, if we become so self-centered, where all we do is think about ourselves and our lives become very introverted, which that's really part of the process, is that introversion. Because we have to totally dissect everything within us. So that's part of the transformation. But when we come out of that part, now we're looking at the other people in the environment. You know what I mean? How can I help you? And truly, when I'm doing that, when I'm in that mode, when I'm paying attention on what the environment needs, because whatever is missing, I can give it, because I have that kind of power. We have that kind of power, and it's just a choice. You know what I'm saying? It's just a choice. And yeah, I could say, oh, this sounds easy to come out of my mouth right now, and I've been through so much bullshit, you know what I'm saying, that I understand, like, it's not always like that. It's not. And sometimes when people speak and they try to motivate, I get it. You know what I'm saying? We trying to give the best of ourselves, but that doesn't mean that we haven't experienced the worst parts of ourselves either, or that we don't continue to once in a while. But, you know, feeling good and trying to share that good feeling, and understanding that if you having a bad day, you might gotta stay home. You know, you might gotta fix that first before you step out the house, and not let none of this other societal pressure come upon you like you have to do something you don't need to do. It's like, I don't know, and that to me, like, kind of drives into like sacrifice too, because I think we have to understand that, like, you get to a point where you just don't give a fuck no more. But in the best way possible. Because it's like, if I know that I'm always good, that the universe is on my side, that all of this shit is working out for my best being, that whatever the fruition of this period is going to be grand and bigger than I could ever think it, then I need to relax. Because it's already on its way. And that stressful energy, that you know, that build up, that shit ain't going right, that type of energy, that's not going to help nothing. It's not going to add to the enjoyment that we could be having if we just relaxed and surrendered to the fact that all of this is planned and plotted exactly for you, and that you just got to choose to be here and choose to make it the best that you can, because you can do that with other people. You can bring light to other people. It's not that hard. A lot of the time, somebody just need a smile. You know what I mean? You just mess them up on the street. Just smile at them. Because people don't talk to each other no more. You know what I mean? They be just focused on the ground. I get it. I mean, hey, sometimes you don't feel like talking. But I just think it's kind of weird. I'll be, hey, how you doing? I'm in so much traffic right now. Hold up. Let's see. What are y'all talking about? Wishing Aaron. Oh, hey, I know, right? It's a good day today. It feels good outside. Like, it feels super good. I woke up this morning super early, and I was like, wow, I don't know what's going on. Actually, I do know what's going on. You guys need to check out the Leo King. My guy he's an astrologer. He be talking about the planets and shit. He said today there was like 5 planets in their home sign or whatever. So it makes it more powerful, the energy more big. You know, I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but I really enjoy astrology because I think that we made up the same materials as the stars, and we're made up of the same materials as the planets. And so if we don't think that somehow that we could be affected by that, you know, I think that's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? But now he was talking about the beautiful energy of today and how everything is gonna like kind of be catapulted as far as what we choose to do in our purpose, you know. And I think that whatever that you're dreaming right now, because I feel like it's just gonna come. I feel like we just gonna walk into it. You know what I mean? You just gotta be willing and prepared and ready. And if it scare you, then you really gotta be ready. You know? Because I feel like I'm ready. Fuck it. Because I don't give a fuck no more. What else is there? You know? Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have anything else to say. I was just talking about, you know, having a good time and having fun and dancing, because I feel like we all need to dance more. You know, like Ellen got it right. That's why her show is so popular. She likes to dance, and she got a foot. If I could have a DJ in the car with me at all times, I mean, I do. The shuffle do me pretty good, but you know, like a real one, picking up the vibe of the day. Hold on. See, conference. Hey. All right, y'all have a good one.